We're glad to have Doug Cox. We promised him recently, and that you're joining us. You are the Mac guy.
Your
right?
Mac guy.
Your Mac guy.
Your Mac
okay.
guy, yeah.
Well, you're not my Mac guy.
That's $1 million name. You gotta
you
say
will
it right.
be, I
say
guess,
it right.
soon.
Yeah.
There you go. So tell us what's new with you. I know you're not new to this show at all, so what's going on?
What's new with me? I got a golden ticket for the Apple shareholders meeing in a couple weeks. I'm excited about that.
So they're going to send a limo and pick you up? And
yes. No, I got to
take you the...
I have to get my own hotel and everything. Oh well. I thought I'd talk about security today.
Okay.
Because that is a real common issue, and it's worth going over it again.
Sure.
Okay. Rule number one. Mm-hmm. Nobody is ever going to ask you for your password. That's been a rule of the internet since day one.
Really?
So if you get an email from Bank of America saying, "Oh my God, we have a problem. Hit this link," and go to a form and start filling things out, don't do it. Nobody is ever going to ask you for your password. I had one guy who got something from Apple, and they said, "We billed your account $117," and he's like, "What do you mean? What's this?" And he clicked the link, and he started to go fill out the form. He gave him his Apple ID. He gave him the password. And then he finally got a clue on the next page when they asked for a social security number.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
And they were probably, what, in India or, some
No,
China
it was
or...
online. It was online. It was a phishing scheme, which is PH.
Yeah.
Another a gentleman called me today. He got a call from Apple Inc. It showed up on his Apple ID as Apple Inc.
Wow.
On his phone ID. I'm sorry. And I told him, ignore it. It's not going to happen. They are not going to do it.
Really?
So just ignore it. Hope it goes away. So, bottom line, just be careful out there.
Yeah.
You don't want to give out your credit card information, your social security information, your bank information, God forbid, because you just got to be careful.
But people do it, don't they?
I had one lady. She calls me. She says, "I just gave this company my bank information. You think it's okay?" I said, "No. Call the bank. Call me back."
Wow.
Now call the bank.
Yeah.
Call me back. First things first.
It's amazing what they can do in the next 5-10 minutes with that information. So, wow. So now you're everything Mac. Everything
I'm an Apple
Apple
consultant. What I do is I do house calls, for instance.
Oh, really?
I will go to your house and I'll get your computer set up. I'll get your computer tuned up. I'll set up your iPhone. I'll set up your iPad. I'll set up your network. I'll get your printers working. I'll get your backups working. So basically, I do.
You do it all.
I do it all in your home.
Wow. So a guy like me who has an iMac sitting at my house that I bought for my wife, who I don't think she's watching, rarely uses it. It's probably 4 years old now.
Okay. Would you let your car go 4 years without any maintenance? I mean, even if it was only 5,000 miles.
I don't now.
So yeah,
I actually did one time.
I would come in and evaluate your computer, see how it's working, see if you're happy with how it's working, make sure everything's working, making sure everything. Like if you have an iMac, you want to make sure that everything is syncing. You want to make sure that you have the same address book on your phone and your iPad and your watch and your iMac. You want to make sure that things are backed up. That's a big part of my responsibility. People don't back up. So it's like part of every visit is a backup lecture.
Okay.
And I carry backup drives in my car. Okay? Because I'll sell
Nobody
it
does it.
because somebody needs it.
Yeah. I've already heard that one and finally obeyed, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
well, that's
if you're not backed up, you're going to lose your stuff. In fact, I am telling people to back up twice.
Really?
I mean, the hard drives are $50.
Yeah.
What is your stuff worth?
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Your grandkids want to see these photos. Right?
You don't want to lose those. It's a great point. Yeah. And it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Right?
It's automatic.
It's fairly simple. I mean, good grief. So, wow. So you make house calls. That's awesome.
Make house calls. I'm also president of the Fresno Mac Club here.
Okay.
We're an Apple 12-step group. That's a joke.
I think I need one. I just switched away from Apple from my phone. I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do?
You having fun?
I'm having fun. That's one way of looking at it. Yeah, but
I always carry 2 iPhones just in case.
do you?
Yeah.
Is that like buying 2 Jaguars, so you always have one that's running?
Always got a backup.
So-
Always got a backup.
All right. So what else? I mean, you are obviously very well known. You do a great job. You have a great reputation. You know, people speak very highly of you. You have a great service. But why should, in the last minute here, why should people buy? This is just something I didn't tell you I was going to ask, but
I'm ready.
why do people buy Apple instead of, Windows?
Actually, I
phones?
think part of what I was talking about is the real reason to buy Apple is if you go for it, it works so well. If you have a Mac computer, if you have a phone, if you have an iPad, everything works together so well. If you don't go for it, is where you find more frustration. Like we have a Samsung phone, trying to work with an Apple computer, trying to work with a Amazon iPad, and it's just,
Yeah, I don't do that.
It's not a good experience because
The only thing I switched
nothing
was,
works together.
was my phone recently, and the jury's still out on that. But everything else is Apple, and but you're right. I mean, it's always been known for great quality, and so.
And knock on
And
wood, there
then
are
the
still no viruses.
I was just gonna
There
say,
are no viruses.
right? Okay. All right.
Malware is something we
So-
have to watch out for now.
Okay.
That's something different.
Interesting. So probably not too many people who do what you do.
Yeah, there's a few of us in town.
That was meant to be a no. So
Well, there's a few of us in town. The other guy really wants to take care of businesses only.
Okay.
In fact, if somebody calls him, he'll give them my number
Okay. Well,
because
that's
he doesn't
cool.
want to go to people's homes. He deals
Okay.
with businesses mainly.
Yeah,
So we kind of
makes sense. All right. Well, I'm glad that you came on the show, man. It's good
Okay.
to have you, and we're going to have you back, I know, because there's always something new.
okay.
Probably have something that you'll learn at the big powwow up there and want to come back and share.
Yeah, I don't know how exciting to be. It'd be more exciting to see the building.
Hey, you got the shirt, if nothing
I
else.
got the shirt.
so-
And actually, we're going to raffle one of these off at the next Mac Club meeting, which is
Oh,
next Tuesday.
geez. Okay.
And you can find out information about the Mac Club at Fresno Mug on Facebook.
Fresno Mug, and it's up there. This is Doug Cox, your Mac guy, 227 iMac. You can find him on Facebook as well.
Okay, thank you.
Good seeing you. And Truth for Seniors, we're going to be right back, and we have a very special guest that I'm going to wait, and when you come back, I'll introduce her, but you do not want to miss the information we're going to give you here in a minute. We'll be right back.